Greetings, citizens. It is I, Batman. I'm here today to talk to you about Unit 4, Week 5, Day 3, Text Talk. Today we're going to discuss bats. Make sure you have your pencil and a notebook because you'll be reading and learning about bats today. We're actually going to watch a video. You may recognize me from many of the movies I've starred in. I'm Batman. Remember, organisms in an ecosystem are interdependent. The parts of an organism have specific functions. Pollination is a result of animal behavior. Animals, including humans, benefit from and depend on pollination. Question of the week: what makes a plant and a pollinator a good match? You're going to see today intersections. It's a place where crossing and connecting happens. We're going to meet at the intersection of pollen and pollinator. Nurture, to give nutrients, and sustenance, that means food. Rotten, like the heart of the city, means decaying and foul. Learning targets. I can identify important information and ask questions about bats and cacti. Bats and cacti. Batman is a great detective, so he has to ask questions and come up with good ideas, important information about bats and cacti. Today we'll watch a video, Wings of Life, Bats. The video is made by Louie Strasberg. You remember him from his video called The Beauty of Pollination. Today we'll watch a video about an important pollinator, bats. We've read a bit about bats already. What's one thing we've learned? This video is about 6 minutes long. Hopefully you started this text talk by watching this video already. If you did not watch this yet, you should pause this, go back to the text talk, and watch the video straight through. Wings of Life, bats. If you didn't watch it, go back and do that right now. Because the second time, we're going to stop along the way to collect our thoughts on paper. I'll wait while you do that. Are you back? Great. Does this look familiar? Make a chart like this in your notebook. Here's Batman's. 519, Wings of Life, bats. I notice, I wonder. We're going to stop the video at 1 minute, 2 minutes and 4 seconds, 3 minutes and 37 seconds, 5 minutes and 8 seconds, and then again at the end. And we're going to talk about what we notice and what we wonder. Be ready to do that. We're going to look at cacti with crows, cacti flowers opening, and we wait. Bat hanging down and licking itself after eating. Bat with face covered in pollen. And then we're going to stop at the end. And now to the video. This is the video.
The Sonoran Desert of northern Mexico is a world of blistering heat. I live here, too. We cacti are flowering plants central to life in this arid world.
Arid means very dry.
Living as long as 150 years, we help feed generation after generation of desert creatures.
Those are bats. No, they're not. They're crows. What do you notice and what do you wonder so far? Take a moment. You may want to pause yourself and write down some things that you notice and wonder about what you're seeing. I call them day bats. What do you notice? What do you wonder?
We are living water tanks. That's how we survive. But to reproduce, we form alliances with unusual partners.
Like a robin.
In this harsh realm, our strategy is not to deceive, but to nurture.
Nurture.
When pollinated, we cactus flowers turn into fruit with seeds to start a new generation. So, on summer nights, to attract pollinators, we open a few nectar-filled flowers and we wait.
A few nectar-filled flowers. And we wait. She said a few. That sounds like not very many. What color are they? What do you think she's waiting for? What do you notice? What are you wondering?
Elsewhere in the night, our pollinators wait too. When the time is right, they will leave their home on an island in the Sea of Cortez to search for the white flowers beckoning from the desert.
It's my cousin. She's back.
These nectar-feeding bats are all female. They live apart from males while pregnant. Most are due to give birth soon. Some are already nursing. They desperately need nourishment.
Nourishment.
Pollen.
How about that? Long tongue. What are you wondering about that? What are you noticing? She's a bat.
Sticking to their faces rubs off and pollinates the flower of the next cactus. A new mother gulps nectar so she can nurse a baby born only moments ago. Each flower opens on only one night, its sole opportunity to spread its pollen across the desert on wings. In billions of these brief intersections of the animal and plant worlds, life regenerates itself over and over again.
Intersections. Drop some. her face. I think I know. I think it's a mask. Just kidding. I think it's pollen.
If the flowers were pollinated and fertilized, they will become nourishing fruit.
Nourishing fruit.
A wait begins among hungry creatures for the next gifts of the cacti.
What are those gifts? Who are the hungry creatures? What is this nourishment? These and many more questions you will continue to ask and answer as we study Wings of Life. Bats. What did you notice and wonder? Have you seen anything like this before? Today we watch to be inspired, to identify what is important, and to ask questions about the topic of bats as pollinators of cactus plants. We've recorded some of our ideas and some of our questions. Let's see if we can answer some of our questions this week. These are the questions you'll be seeing in the form at the end of this lesson. You'll be asking literal questions. These are questions with real answers based on what you saw in the video. Questions like, what does this video show? What is this video about? How do bats pollinate cacti? What's the process? How do bats get nourishment? Nourishment. There are structural questions to consider. These are questions about how this video itself was made. Questions like, what impact does the music have on a viewer's experience? Is it dark and brooding? Does it give you a feeling? It's a beautiful video. If I was capable of emotion, I might cry, but I'm not, because I'm Batman. What impact does the narration have on the listener's experience? How is she talking? Is she pretending to be something she is not? Is she wearing a disguise? Is she speaking in the first person as a what? How does the video communicate about the topic? Are you able to understand what's happening? Do they think it's positive? Are they excited about pollination? And then there are inferential questions, and this is where you have to use your detective hat. Questions that make you think about what you know about pollination. Use your own knowledge and what you heard in the video. Questions like, how are bats and cacti interdependent? What other plants and animals might be affected by this relationship between bats and cacti? And how do you think Louie Strasberg chose Wings of Life as the title for this video? I would have chosen Darkness and Vengeance of Night Wings or something like that. But he chose Wings of Life. Why? Maybe it has to do with pollination. Now you will go and answer those questions in the Google form. And you will read something after that. Do your best work. Goodbye.